Horror games. Who doesn't like horror games? Many of you have played some horror games, and by seeing the title of the video, you already know that I am going to make a horror game. So horror games can be categorized into many types, and this game will be of the most popular type, that is the Chase Master.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
In simple language, in this type, the ghost will basically chase you. And in this game, we will be having a possessed doll in place of a shapeless ghost that will be creepy to look at. And talking about creepy possessed dolls, we have many, but they are not Indian origin. So, as the video title suggests, we need our own Indian possessed doll. And luckily, we have one.
What?
What? You don't know? So let me reveal you the most dangerous possessed doll. Tatya Vinchu.
Why, hello there, and welcome.
So before I start making the game, let me introduce myself. I am an upcoming computer science graduate who kind of knows how to make games, as I am scratching my brain in learning game development since last 2 years. So please don't judge my skills. So first I created a new 3D project in Unity, and yes, I use Unity. It's not like that I have not used Unreal, but after 2 months I was like, okay, so after creating the project, I named it Tatya.doll. So now talking about the target platform, it will be targeting the mobile devices, as mobile gamers are more in terms of Indian gaming community. And later I might make a PC build.
Nice.
So for mobile devices, we need touch controls, that is a virtual joystick for movement and a screen panning system. Therefore I installed a joystick pack and I set up the screen panning so that our player can see everywhere. Now our player is moving like oops. So finally our player can walk properly without falling and see left and right. Nice. The solution was very simple, just we have to freeze the rotation of the player, that's it. Now it was time for adding mechanics to the game. So the first important mechanics is player pickup and drop using physics. And after watching some tutorials and reading some forums, it was working well, but not as I wanted it to work. The object was rotating weirdly, but I fixed it. It's just we have to make the object forward to face the camera forward. And now it is working well. Now for interaction in mobile devices, we need UI buttons. So I implemented that using Unity event system. For this game I am using Unity's new input system, as it is easy for changing from PC controls to mobile controls. So now you can see the UI button toggles when you have to pick up and drop some items. Now it was time for adding another important mechanics in horror games, that is locked doors. And obviously you need to have the right key to open the locked doors. And with little bit of juggling between raycasts, it was working as expected. So you can see in this scene we have two doors, one is locked and another one is opened, and you can see that the already opened door can be opened and closed easily, whereas you need a key to open the locked door. So these were some pretty easy boring mechanics. Now it's time for sprinkling some life to Tatya. So the basic thing Tatya should do is search the house for us, and when he sees us, he'll start chasing us, and if he reaches very near to us, then you are dead. So for roaming around the house, I will provide some points in the house, and Tatya will choose randomly a point and go to that point. And while going to that point, if he sees us, then instead of going to that point, will start chasing us. Now you can see it is working pretty well. Now it was time for adding the functionality that how Tatya can see the player. There are many options, and one of them was to use a raycast, but the problem with using one raycast is that for that to work the player have to stand just in front of Tatya, which is not so good. So I thought of using more than one raycast. So I tried with 3, then 5, then 7 raycasts. This was working, but using so many raycasts is not good for mobile devices. Therefore I finally decided to use one raycast which will rotate to a certain direction, and luckily it was working well. Then I implemented when Tatya sees the player, chases until it reaches a far distance from it. So this is it for this video. I hope you liked it, and feel free to comment about any game mechanics which you want me to add in this game. And if you want to be the part of this game dev journey, then consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.